there's billions of ways that we could use this AI for good, for the collective consciousness to help better people's lives. And so the angels want you to see it from that positive light. And going back to what Jamie Lee Curtis was saying, where she was saying, I worry about dying with this creativity left inside of me. I work with clients every day and I talk to people every day who are like, Julie, I feel called to the Angel Reiki School. I feel called to develop my gifts. I feel called to become a healer or whatever, like God is calling you in a certain direction, but I'm worried. I don't know if I got the right sign. I don't know if I really should do this. I don't know if I should get started. And your angels are saying, as a healer, right? Because healers are meant to work in every aspect of the world. Your job is to use that creativity, run with that creativity as much as you can in that lifetime, in your lifetime. Create with pure intention. I'm going to say that one more time. Create, because those divine ideas that can help humanity are coming through to you. Create with a pure intention. Welcome to the Angels and Awakening podcast, where we connect you with your angels, loved ones, and soul self. I'm your host and author, Julie Jancis. My journey began when I started hearing my late father before I knew he'd passed. Through my readings, membership, and Angel Reiki School, I help you awaken, heal, and master your unique spiritual gifts. If you feel called to work with me, it's your angels guiding you to discover your soul's highest purpose. Details at theangelmedium.com. Thank you, Earth Angels, for the 5-star reviews. You're entered into a drawing to win a free session. Now let's see what messages your angels have for you today. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Angels and Awakening podcast. I'm your host and author, Julie Jancis. Friends, today I am coming to you late at night. The family has gone to sleep. I actually took off all my makeup. I put on a whole bunch of face serum. And so if you're watching on YouTube, that's why I look this way. Just kidding. But not really. Sometimes when you bring through messages, the energy of the message is just with you. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want to record this episode on this topic, and I'm really getting a lot of downloads from the angels about it. But then I wake up the next morning and I've dreamt about all different stuff, and I just can't get back to the same energy. So I decided to stay up tonight and bring through this episode to you because I think it's really, really important. I think it's something that everybody here needs to hear. The other thing before I jump into this that I want you to know is I've been feeling really, really called by the angels. They've been telling me over the last 6 months that they were going to bring me into different energies and really have me be speaking myself more, bringing through the messages, because we're at a point within the collective consciousness, humanity, where there's so much that needs to be done. And there's just a ton of messages. I'm going to be honest with you. There are just a ton of messages that the angels want to bring through to you. So I am definitely still going to do angel stories. I'm definitely still going to do interviews, but as much as the angels have to share with you, I'm going to let them dictate it instead of being like, Monday is this and Thursday is this. What I need is to just let the angels bring through what they need to bring through and let the cards fall where they may. And as many angel stories as we get in throughout the year, we do. And as many solos come out, hey, it happens. And as many interviews as we get done, we do. Obviously, there will still be a new episode every Monday and Thursday, but I think 2025 is going to be a little different in just that the angels are calling it how they're calling it. They're bringing through as many messages as you need to hear. So here's what happened today. I was on Instagram and I saw this reel by Jamie Lee Curtis, and she said something to the effect of that she's not scared of death or dying, but what she is scared of is dying with all of this creativity left inside of her to help share and give to the world. And it made me think about so much, and it kind of brought full circle a couple of lessons that the angels have been showing to me over the last year. So I want to bring this through to you. All right, one of the things and one of the courses that we're going to be doing in 2025 is one on the spirituality of money, the soul of money. And I know that, so I'm going to tie in Jamie Lee Curtis and this message that she brought through on this reel with these lessons from the angels. Background information that you need to have. When I was growing up, we didn't grow up poor, but it was almost maybe like we lived a little bit above our means. And like parents maybe were always scared if we had enough for everything. But we never went hungry. We were always clothed, like we had vacations and it was great. But you kind of always had this maybe like heaviness in your heart of like, are you going to be financially secure? Are you going to be financially safe? There were those money fears wrapped into the household. You know what I mean? And I don't think that naturally goes away as we move from being children to adults. So I've been working with this a ton within my own life over the years. And I'm really going to bring through a lot of different messages to you in 2025. We're going to do a whole course on it. But here's what you need to know. I'm going to tell you my own story. I've been in rooms and meetings with just all of these entrepreneurs. And a lot of entrepreneurs have those financial security, money fears as well. A lot of it feels like, what if it all goes away? Everyday people have this too. If you're working for a company, I think a lot of times there's always this fear of, God, what if I lose my job? What if something happens? And you feel this as an energy healer when you're working on a person energetically and you're just going through their chakras. When you get to the root chakra, you can often feel if the person has a lot of money fears, financial security. You can feel if somebody's just lost a job because that root chakra will just completely be inflamed, and you can feel the fear through the chakra. I'm going to give a side note here. One of my other fears that kind of stems from this is this. I wake up every day and I pray the same prayer. And I've prayed this prayer, I swear to you, since I was like in first, second grade. God, universe, source, because the nuns would teach me this in Catholic school. So I get up and I pray, God, universe, source, use me, use my life in the way that you feel called to use it. I will forever be a tool that you can work through. And I know, and I've known this since I was a little girl, I know that not everything is always going to be the same, that you're going to take me in different directions. I'm okay with that, God, universe, source. I say this every day. Whatever you need from me, let me do that. That's my job. I'm your servant here on earth. Let me do what you need. But subconsciously, this is my egoic mind that comes out, right? One of my biggest fears is having to work in an office space again. If I can be selfish for a second, I think one of the best things about being a healer and the biggest gift and blessing in my life is I am so highly empathic, and I cannot have even another conversation with another soul or be around another soul without absorbing their energies and feeling other people's energies. I can't say that I read other people's thoughts, but the angels show me what other people are thinking constantly. And it feels very, very overwhelming to me. I get so much anxiety. It feels very challenging to be in an office space, working in an office space constantly. And I can do an entire podcast episode about this if you want me to, where you're just constantly in other people's stuff. Because when I would be in those office spaces, I constantly had to figure out, oh, is this me? Like, is this my stuff or is this somebody else's? And most of all, I think it's frustrating, right? So I love most about being a healer, getting to serve you and help you. But the second thing that I love the most is getting to be in my own energy 24/7 and getting to control that by having my own office and keeping and maintaining the energy the way that I want it to be. Okay. So when I have these fears, right? Like, God, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if God brings me in a different direction? Money fears. What the angels always do, because it takes a lot to run a business, let me tell you. And it keeps me up at night. I have a lot of people who work for me. I give a lot away. I try and help as many people as I can. And I always want to do that work. And so it keeps me up at night because I just want to do right by people. I always want to take care of people as much as possible. Exciting news, friends! Our all-new membership kicks off January 1st, and I couldn't be more thrilled to invite you to join us. This year, we've simplified everything with 12 powerful courses designed to help you connect with your angels, take control of your destiny, and use your intuitive gifts to transform your entire personal world, your relationship, professional successes, your healing journey. Plus, you'll get live weekly calls with me for hands-on guidance and support. Bonus for members, my January course, Manifest Miracles with Aligned Co-Creation, is free for you. Perfect for starting off 2025 with aligned miracles. Non-members can grab one of the limited paid spots. And for those looking to start their own healing business, join the Angel Reiki School in person this April or start your journey online January 1st. You're going to learn mediumship, how to be an angel messenger, and energy healing all at once. And as a gift to everyone who listens to this podcast, on December 30th at 7 p.m. Central Time, I'm holding a free healing for you to clear out all of the energy from 2024 and really clear out what's not serving you. And then again on January 1st at noon Central Time, I'm hosting a free 2-hour workshop where you're going to learn how to invite miracles into your 2025 and make this your best year yet. If you're ready to step into a miraculous 2025, sign up for all of this and more at theangelmedium.com/events. That's theangelmedium.com/events. Or email me at julie@theangelmedium.com for more information. I can't wait to spend all of 2025 with you in the Angel membership. Love you, friends. Now back to the show. And so when these fears come up within me, the angels, specifically Archangel Michael, he's always right there and he smiles so big and kind of like with a little chuckle where he's not like laughing at me, but he's laughing with me. And he's like, Julie, he always shows me this vision. For as long as you're willing to serve God, Universe Source, and be a direct channel for what God wants, not what I want from my ego, but what God wants for the world. Michael says, you will get a limitless chain of divine ideas to help humanity as much as possible. And Michael always says there's no scarcity of ideas and creativity. Remember what Jamie Lee said, creativity. Michael goes, there's no way. There is no scarcity of ideas and creativity so long as your intent is helping, serving, and bettering the lives of others. If that is your intent, you have direct access to an infinite supply of creativities and ideas to help and serve others. And it's by acting on those creative ideas that the financial security comes as a byproduct, right? Like when you go, God, universe, source, I am here to work for you. I am here to help you. I am here to serve you. As long as I'm alive, use me as a tool. Then you have the right intent. And God, universe, source creates this energy within you where every cell in your body, every molecule within your auric field is just open. And because these cells and this energy within your auric field and your chakras and your body are open, boom, all of these ideas and this creativity comes in to you. And really, those ideas and that creativity is this shortcut to help humanity. A lot of times, that's your way, your angel's way of helping you work smarter and not harder. And so I want to tie this in. So take everything that I just said, hold it off to the side. And I want to talk about this. So when it comes to AI, the angels say there are so many people right now who are really set in this lack mindset, this limiting belief mindset, where maybe not out loud, but internally they keep saying to themselves like, oh, this AI thing, I don't want to have to learn something new. I don't want to have to learn. And this is so much work to learn. But I've been working with a lot of clients, and there are so many clients that have been coming to me and they have a completely different mindset. And those clients have this mindset of this: I'm going to make myself an expert at this AI thing. I am going to figure it out. I am going to become invaluable to my company and just know everything about it. And I'm going to make myself an expert. Those are the people who are just going to succeed and they are going to rise. And I'm going to tell you why. This is why. I want to take that, hold it off to the side. I'm going to give you a new thought. I want you to remember back to 2021, 2022, when Facebook first came on the scene. And remember back 2020, sorry. I'm taking you back to 2000, 2001, 2002, when Facebook really first came out. I remember, can you remember this? I remember this clear as day. Yahoo came out as a search engine first. And in the journalistic community, everybody was using Yahoo. And then this thing, Google, came out, right? And everybody's like, what's Google? What's Google? And it really happened fast where everybody said, oh my gosh, Google is so great. Use Google over Yahoo. Well, when Facebook came out, there were so many people, I don't want to shame anybody, but for me and my family, there were a lot of grandparents who were like, I don't want to learn this Facebook thing, right? I don't want to know about Facebook. I don't need to know about this. But what happened with that energy is that there were a lot of creativity people out there, people who got creative ideas. I believe those creative ideas were completely divinely inspired. And when they got those creative ideas, they thought to themselves, okay, there's this new tool, Facebook, and it could be used in this different way. I'm going to go create a group on Facebook. Now, if you have ever struggled with anything medically within your life, a diagnosis, maybe your kid had a diagnosis, there are so many Facebook groups that are specific to certain medical issues where you can go in and you can really learn tons from different people's experiences. And Facebook expanded, and we learned so many different ways that we could use this tool to help. Now, with anything Facebook, social media, we can look at it in a doom and gloom way, right? And be like, oh, this social media thing, it's all negative. It brings you down, changes your vibration negatively. Or the way that I like my healers to think about it in the Angel Reiki school is people need hope. People need love. People need angel messages. And Facebook and social media and Instagram and TikTok can be this beautiful place where you can take your gift as a channel, a medium, an intuitive, an angel messenger, and put hope and love out into the world, right? All right. Take that, hold it off to the side, new thought. The energy that we are in right here, right now in 2024, and this is going to be the energy of 2025, is this. We're back to that point of those first Facebook years, okay? Where so many people are thinking to themselves, oh God, this AI thing, it's just one more thing that I have to learn. It's Mount Everest. It's so challenging. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can learn it. And then there's this whole other segment of people that we were talking about who are like, I can do this. I can become the expert in this. I'm going to be great at this. And as I become the expert in this, I am going to make myself indispensable, I think that's the right word, for my company. And I'm going to be the one that the company wants to come to because I know this so well. Not only that, but what Spirit and the angels are doing right now is showing humanity, specific souls, hey, this AI thing can grow in this way. You can use your creativity to build AI out in this way. There's billions of ways that we could use this AI for good, for the collective consciousness to help better people's lives. And so the angels want you to see it from that positive light. And going back to what Jamie Lee Curtis was saying, where she was saying, I worry about dying with this creativity left inside of me. I work with clients every day and I talk to people every day who are like, Julie, I feel called to the Angel Reiki School. I feel called to develop my gifts. I feel called to become a healer or whatever, like God is calling you in a certain direction, but I'm worried. I don't know if I got the right sign. I don't know if I really should do this. I don't know if I should get started. And your angels are saying, as a healer, right? Because healers are meant to work in every aspect of the world. Your job is to use that creativity, run with that creativity as much as you can in that lifetime, in your lifetime. Create with pure intention. I'm going to say that one more time. Create, because those divine ideas that can help humanity are coming through to you. Create with a pure intention of helping, of serving, of being a tool that God, universe, source can work through. Friends, I'm pausing for 30 seconds because I love connecting with you, and I want to connect with you more. Got a question? Let me answer it for you on the podcast. The link to submit your questions is in the show notes. Also, we need your angel stories. Share your angel stories at theangelmedium.com/contact.
And last but not least, leave a 5-star review and you could win a free 20-minute session. Last year, I did 56 free readings for review winners. All links are in the show notes. Thank you for listening. Now, back to the show.
So when Jamie Lee Curtis said, we use our creativity, she worries about just like not using her creativity or dying with all these creative ideas that she still wants to work on. There's a couple of things that I want you to know. One, the angels came in right after I saw that reel and they go, Julie, set the record straight on this. Like if I could have a conversation with Jamie Lee Curtis, what I would tell her is energy doesn't die, right? So when your body passes away, your soul goes over to the other side. And all of that creativity that you didn't get to work on in this lifetime, my God, you still get to work on it from the other side. It isn't just here, but I heard, maybe it was in Journey of Souls, the book, they said this thing where it's like, if Mozart, Beethoven's souls were in heaven on the other side, there's a school, just the best school of music, and they have studied there. You get to learn and grow and use your creativity on the other side. So I don't want you to ever worry or fear about dying with that creativity in you. But here's the other thing, because two things can be dual energies, opposing energies, but same, truthful at the same time. And here's what the angels say. We feel the most happy, joyful, fulfilled when we're using our creativity to the max here in this lifetime. But using our creativity, acting on that creativity and those ideas that divinely come to us, that really requires a trust, a deep faith in God, universe, source. And what it also really requires is intuition, okay? Listening to those soft whispers within your heart. And if I could tell my younger self something, if I was on my deathbed talking to my daughter and leaving her with one piece of advice, or leaving one piece of advice to you, it would be this. Your intuition is a radio station between you, God, universe, source, guides, your loved ones on the other side, your angels. And if you just follow that positive, loving voice within you, because they will never bring through anything negative. Anything negative bypasses your free will. They're not going to do that. They just bring through loving, positive messages. And if all you did your entire life was take one step after another, follow one breadcrumb after another of your intuition, my God, you would follow that creativity within your heart. You would create from pure intention, and you would feel the most happy, joyful, peaceful, blissful, loving. I mean, you would just live in this high vibrational energy of heaven on earth. And I know you're probably sick of hearing me say this, but I've been interviewing people since I was 14 years old. I'm going to be 43 this year in a month. That's almost 30 years. And what I know is this. I heard somebody say this recently. I read an article and the guy said, really big entrepreneur, famous entrepreneur, successful as heck entrepreneur. And he goes, I am not ever the smartest person in the room. I am never, ever the best person in the room. But he goes, I am the fastest person in the room. I get an idea, I get a divine spark, and because he has tuned in and really honed in on what his intuition is, he's clear. He doesn't second guess. Am I making this up? Do I need to wait for another sign? He runs with that creativity. He goes, I am the fastest person. And because of that, I create things and bring things and birth things into the world that need to be here, that people really, really need. And I'm going to add one more side note in here. There's a Japanese tool that's called the Ikigai. Ikigai begins with an I, I-K. And if you Google it, what it talks about is these different aspects of your purpose. And one of those aspects is, what do I have within me, or what do people need within the world? And if you can constantly be asking yourself that question and praying on it, right? Like asking God, universe, source, asking your angels, what is it that people need in their lives? Oh my gosh. Spirit is going to come in with these huge ideas. And I was talking to my members the other day, and I was telling them, we get stuck in these limiting beliefs like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how God wants to work through me. Stay open to those creativity ideas, because as soon as you get at them and you run with them because they're truly useful, humanity needs them. That is the biggest way that you can be of service to God, universe, source. And it's not always in business and entrepreneurism. Sometimes it's just a download that you get and channeled from your angels about a friend who needs help, or a call that you need to make. I really felt called to talk to a friend, call her that hadn't talked to her for months, maybe 6 months. And I called her and she goes, Julie, it's so funny that you called, because I'm working on this new project. I think it's going to be huge. And I really want to partner with you on it. I want to bring you into this project. If I hadn't listened to my intuition and made that call, I don't know if she really would have reached out to me. And so instead of, this is my really goal for my entire life moving forward, instead of seeing the way that everybody else does stuff and feel like you have to copy the way that other people do things because it's the successful way and it's the way that the algorithms like you to do things, forget all of that. It's nonsense. If you wake up every single day and go, God, universe, source, what do you need me to do? How can I be a tool that you can work through? And you open yourself, because just asking those questions opens you to the universe, and you really get this information. It's small a lot of times. Make the phone call, send the email, connect with this person, go take this step. You go do that small thing, and boom, it opens you up to a completely new energy with new information and another step that you need. And I promise you, friends, if you just follow your intuition in that way, oh my gosh, God, universe, source is going to lead you to so many creative ideas. Follow them. They're what the world needs in order to put all of these collective puzzle pieces together and shift this place into heaven on earth. So I hope that you loved this message. It is really late at night, and my dad used to say when I was growing up, Julie, it's like your brain turns off at 9 o'clock. And so I know I needed to get this message out. I hope you loved it. I love you so much. If you would go over to Instagram. I'd love to connect with you on this. I'd love to know how this resonated with you, how it hit your heart. I'm at Angel Podcast. DM me, and I promise I'll DM you back. Love you so much, friends. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Mwah.
If this podcast aligns with you and you feel called to work with me, thank you. Your support keeps this Angel podcast alive. Here are 3 ways to work with me. Book a session with me to hear directly from your angels and loved ones. Or my angel membership helps you connect with your angels, embrace your purpose, and build unshakable confidence. Like learning to read or ride a bike, you're going to gain skills that last forever, knowing who you are, why you're here, and direction that lasts a lifetime. Or my Angel Reiki School offers certification in mediumship, energy healing, and angel messaging while showing you how to master your gifts and start a successful spiritual business. Now, I want you to pause, tune in, connect with your angels, maybe take a deep breath and ask them, how can I serve as an earth angel today? What guidance do you have for me right now? How will you let me know you're near? And allow your angels to support you all day. Friends, I'll see you at the Angels and Awakening podcast here every Monday and Thursday. And thank you for listening. You're my angel.